This is the biggest reason why closers are churning on your offer so fast. And it's crazy. 99% of all business owners don't actually have what I'm about to share in their business. So listen up, take notes, and I'll explain exactly what you need to do to prevent churn. Who am I? My name is Joel Elster. I have a recruitment agency called Nomadic Closer. We've been going for the last 4 years. Putting that aside for a second, I just want to make this video to really highlight why closers churn. But not only why closers churn, why businesses end up just getting to a point where they're scaling, they hit a roof, and then they start declining. So here we go. What is your sales cycle? Now, what does that mean? Yes, maybe you know, but does everyone in the company know? Do the closers know? So what I have seen work extremely well, and I think it's something that you should take notes of and start implementing right now, is get a mind map, whether you're using a Miro board or a different type of mind map platform. Do this. Break it down into marketing, into sales, into onboarding, and so forth. Because closers don't just want to know what happens when a lead comes to them. They really want to know what happens in marketing. What do the ads look like? What is the customer flow, the customer journey? What emails are being sent out? What SMS templates are being sent out? So think about this, divided. So what happens in marketing? All the steps. In sales, what is the customer journey in sales? What happens from the setter to the closer to the agreements, payments, the onboarding, and so forth? If you really break it out visually, with templates. Okay, so let's just say a lead comes in. What happens? What do they get sent? You can have a click down button where it comes up with the SMS, the email. Even you can have the SOPs in there with what needs to happen. Now that they've sent the agreement, how do you send the agreement? So yes, it's great to have SOPs, but if you have a mind map, it's so visually easy to understand. And a lot of closers are very visual, right? But the other thing is as well is now what happens once they've paid. A lot of businesses and a lot of closers, they see the most amount of refunds happen between payments and the onboarding because all these closers have done their job, marketing's done their job, everyone's done their job, and now all of a sudden it's time to get them onboarded onto your offer. And there's this massive dark hole. There's this like black dark hole where everyone just goes in and it's pitch black and no one can see anything, and people get scared. And they get scared because they've spent money and now they don't know what's happening over the next 24, 48 hours. So have a really clear picture on what that onboarding process looks like so the closer can explain, but also make sure that the closers can visually see what happens with the onboarding process. So they're more confident. So they know, okay, once they're onboarded, this is what's going to happen. These are the steps. These are the emails. This is what the customer journey looks like now that they've been onboarded. So break it down and make sure that you're very visually capable of showing everyone in the company what happens at each and every stage. And the best thing about this as well is you're going to start finding where your chain of sales starts to break. Because if you hold a chain upside down and one of the links break, what happens? Everything else breaks. And I'm sure there's lots of broken links in the chain that you have at the moment in your business that you're just not seeing. So get more visual, map it all out, and leave some comments and let me know what kind of bottlenecks you found. That's it. Ciao for now.